Okay, right. Okay, so Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to everyone who's joining our webinar. So thank you for joining our webinar session. So today, Fatin and I will be presenting our topic about strategies to fit in office politics. So the first presenter will be me, Aqilah Nordin, and the second presenter will be Fatin Ridzuan. Okay, so let's proceed to the to our presentations. Okay, so today we will cover about what is office politics first, and then we will explain about types of office politicians that we all should know, and then next the strategies to adapt, and then last but not least, which is we will talk about the conclusions. Okay, so what is office politics? Okay, so office politics is something that actually happen in our daily life. Either it is in our office or in our outside from the office. So lots of people doesn't know that actually what happens around them is office politics. They know that things occur in their daily life, but they didn't know that actually is office politics. The example things that happen in our daily life is, for example, like um, gossip, and then having people that we like and we dislike. Yeah, that is some terms of office politics. So office politics is bubbling over into nearly every aspect of our life and the office. And there are research from accountants reveal that political discord play a big role in today's office life. And 55% take part in office politics to advance their career, and then 76% of workers believe office politics affect their efforts to get ahead. So the reason why people nowadays getting involved in office politics, because they believe that office politics can help keeping firming their job, and then it can help by politicking in office can help for them to stepping forward in the company organizations. It means that to get to get in higher positions. Okay, so next. So the definitions of office politics is the office politics is a process and behavior in human interactions involving power and authority. It is true, and then because people usually politicking between the highest with people with the highest position, because they want to get in the higher hierarchy of organizations. And then next, actions and behaviors involving competition for status or power in a workplace, as per mentioned before. And then another names of office politics are workplace politics and organizational politics. And then next, okay, fun fact about office politics. Gossiping and spreading rumors are the most popular forms of office politicking. Uh, Gossiping and spreading rumors only not happens in office, but also happening in outside the office. Happens in our daily life also. For example, like in our community, there's also a politic where people talk gossiping about another kids, about the parents, about what happened in the community, and then they're spreading rumors. But the thing is, they doesn't know that actually that things is either right or wrong. So according to accountants survey, 46% of the employees both said that gossiping and spreading rumors are the most behavior that they see at their office. So when they perceive their workplace is political, they are less engaged, participate less, and contribute few ideas due to the risk by doing so. So when people realize that there is office politics in their workplace, they might be less interested to contribute more, especially when they are negative or bad office politics, because they think that if they do more for the company, they will get nothing. And then another example of forms of office politicking is gaining favor by flattering the boss. This is oftenly happens nowadays by flattering, which is kipas, we call it in Malay. And then the second is taking credits for others' work. And taking credits is like we are doing work with a partner, right? So our partner is the one that fully putting his or her efforts to do maybe a paperwork, a project. But at the end, another the office of politicians uh, claim that the work that been done by his or her co-workers are done actually done by him, so it is not good. And then another the third form is sabotaging co-workers projects, same as the previous terms. So that is the reason why that most of office workers doesn't want to put um, much effort in whenever they are working, because they know that uh, lots of office politicians in the company. So when they did more, then they give more, or they put more effort in what they are doing. They know that the office politician will take credit on what they are doing. So that's why they didn't put more efforts. Okay, so let's proceed to the next point.
Okay, so next I will be explaining about 6 types of office politician. So for the first type is gossip horn. Gossip horn is someone who is aware of something that happened around the office, and they love spilling secrets to their colleague. They also love to share confidential information on social media. Okay, next is credit thief. Credit thief tend to take credits for others' works to get ahead of everyone else, like what Aqilah had mentioned before. And third is flatterer. They like to pass out compliments left and right. And okay, so the first type is saboteur. They work only
Okay.
to for their favor, like they want to gain the benefit for themselves. Then they are openly critical of others and do not hesitate to left their colleague. The fifth type is lobbyists. They fight hard and famous for swaying opinions for their favor. The sixth type is advisor. They are a person who the company leaders rely for assistance. Strategies to adapt into the office politics. So there are 6 strategies listed here. The first one is true sincerity. Second is keep it zip. Third is networking. Fourth, social intelligence. Fifth, don't play favorites. Six, interpersonal influence. So I think that's all for my part.
Okay. So okay. Okay. So Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to Fatin and Cik Nazhar. Okay. So I would like to say thank you and for Cik Nazhar time for accepting our invitation to be as one of our guests. So, as we know that our topic is the strategies on how to fit in office politics. So, Encik Nazhar is an experienced marketing manager, being worked more than 10 years and above. So, Encik Nazhar is the best guest for our topic. So, Encik Nazhar, hello. Okay, so Kanaza, I would like to ask regarding the office politics. So the first question will be, okay, according to Encik Nazahar opinion, as you've been working, as you are experienced in working area, so do you believe that politics in office exists?
Yes, for sure. Everywhere I work in corporate sectors, there is a lot of office politics criteria, type of people. There are bad and there are good, and there are monetized. There's a lot of things. So I believe that there is an office politics in the corporate sector, even in groceries, shops, and everything. So.
Okay, so there is office politics everywhere. Okay, all
Yeah.
right. Okay, so Encik Nazar, our next questions will be, from Encik Nazar point of view, what can you say about office politics in general?
Okay. There are good and there are bad office politics. When you look at the positive sides, it depends on
Mm-hmm.
the people who are involved. Let's
Yeah.
say if you are on a positive side, you want to use the office politics on a positive side. Yes, it's going to be a very good response and very good result for your company. But then if you go for the negative sides, which is a lot of backstabbing people and then mouth to mouth apa ni
Bad mouthing.
bad
Bad
mouth
mouth.
things, and it's going to be a very uh, negative impact to the company itself, and
Yeah.
it's going to apa ni, spread out all the viruses among the co-workers in the companies, and
Mm-hmm.
also it will last with a very bad result lah, through my
Okay.
experience. Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
So okay,
Then
so we will.
mm,
Yes,
some
and then Encik Nazar.
uh, some of it they will have a groups of
Mm-mm.
people. It's going to be a negative people
Mm-mm.
type of staff. There are a good and positive
Mm-mm.
type of staff that going to contribute uh, their experience to the company
Mm-mm.
and their expertise. But then there are good and bad. But then it
Yeah.
depends on the either CEO or the managers who decides what are the problems or the issues. So if the CEOs or the manager thinks positively,
Mm-mm.
think wisely, professionally, then the company will go uh, fly over lah, and it's going to
Okay.
achieve the objective and their mission and visions. That's is my opinion.
Okay. So it means that in office politics there are positive and good and bad
Yes,
office politics,
yes, yes.
and it depends on the company to decide
Yeah,
which office politics that they want to implement in the company, right?
yeah. Mhm,
Okay. So thank you for the opinion, Chinaza. Okay, so let's proceed to the next questions.
mhm.
Okay, so for the third question, I would like to ask sir, what are your
Mhm.
advices to fresh grad in order to fit in the office politics?
Okay. To me, when you enter to the working experience,
Mm-mm.
what is your first objective? You want to gain money?
Yeah,
You want to gain experience?
yeah,
Go for it. Focus on these two. Or you want to advance your career? Focus on these three things. Don't involve with the office politics. But then, if you are in the middle of the crisis or the issues, to me, I would advise that you focus on your work, finish your tasks, and maybe you can just say hi to here and there. But then, don't get involved with the conversations and don't get involved with the issues that some of the office having the issues on the office politics, even though they are good and bad. But then, to
yeah.
me, I would advise you focus on your work tasks, concentrate on your work that that you are doing, and don't get what you call it, office gossips and other things, chit chat and things, everything, because it will start from there. Uh, some of it, they ask their apa co-workers to join the breakfast, lunch, or apa ni, evening tea, and then
Mm-mm.
from there they will
Yeah.
start mumbling and then gossiping and things like that. So to me, I would advise, yes, you can join them, but then don't give any comments. Don't take into don't bring into your heart, and don't let them uh, convince
Yeah.
you. on the issues. Just focus on your work, finish on your whatever task that you are been given. That's it. That is my advice.
Okay, so based on what I understood, we need to focus on our own aims, like to gain to earn income and to get more experience, and then
Yes.
if
Build up your careers.
yeah, if we were to involve in that crisis, like we need to set ourselves like don't get too involved on or don't get too attached to that crisis lah.
Yes, yes. Don't get involved with the issues.
Right. So
Mhm.
okay, so
Just
yeah,
be very
Okay,
positive
all right.
and very equal.
So,
all right.
Uh,
Okay, so I think that's all that we have
okay.
to ask you.
True.
Okay, okay. So I would like to thank Encik Nazar for your
yeah.
brilliant answers and advice for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Mhm.
Kila, you
I
want to
hope.
say something?
Yeah, it is a good advice for us, the fresh grads.
Mm.
Yeah, sure. So, thank you, Shazha, for your sharing and for your tips on how we are going to adapt
Mhm.
into a world of workers in the futures. Because as what we can see that most of the fresh grads they are doesn't know the terms of office politics. Mostly that they didn't know that what is office politics. So that they must be exposed to office politics in order to easily adapt in the office environment in the
Mm.
future.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
thank you, Shinazal, for your
Yeah.
time.
Welcome.
All right.
Thank
Okay,
you for inviting me.
so that's all. Okay, so Assalamualaikum and good evening. So I would like to say thank you to our guest Shamsul Azrin um, for agreeing being our guest for our webinar, which is the topic is strategies to adapt in office politics. So um, okay, so Shamsul Azrin is a librarian assistant in one of the private school in Selangor area. So okay, so I would like to ask the first question to Shamsul, which is okay, Shamsul, as you've been working for almost 1 year, right? So I would like to ask, are you aware of office politics in your place?
No, the first question is, am I aware of the office politics? Yeah, of course, I'm aware. Uh, so I'm just going to be giving you the examples that is closest to the library. Of course, since I'm working in the library management, I'm working in the library environment. So I'm just going to be giving examples that is related to the library. So I'm not going to touch on the other departments. I'm
Okay.
not really sure. I'm not really sure on their work of nature for other departments. Recently, that we received one complaint from this one primary teacher, complaining about her teaching resource that didn't deliver yet to the library. So yeah, it's quite devastating because you know that she could just come to the library and just approach us and discuss with us nicely, but it's really devastating when she just complained to her HOD, head of department, I mean. So to me, that's the
Yeah.
common examples of the office politics that happen. Actually, there are many more. There are many more
Oh,
office
so
examples.
Okay, so
yeah, because as what I know,
yeah.
I thought that there is rarely office politics in library. Okay, so let's proceed to the next question.
Okay, so the second question is what do you do to adapt into the office politics?
So what do I do to adapt with the office politics is that, so I think that this office politics is not just happen. It's not just likely to happen in the working environment, right? So, for example, like you
Mm-hmm.
and me, we are used to be a student. So, this kind of situation happens in everywhere, even in our study years.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I do is, for example, I think I have exemplified to you just now. So what we did is, we just clarified we just have to explain to the teachers the actual process to get the books for them. So once we clearly explained to them, so they understood and they didn't bring their craziness to life. So that's and then yeah,
Okay, so
yeah, and then you just go with
so
the
the
flow.
way you adapt to the adapt, yeah.
You just to me, I just go with the flow. I just go with the flow. Actually, yeah, there are a few stuff in
Mm-hmm.
at my school who practices the office politics. Yeah, because recently I studied slightly about the office politics, and there are several types of office politician, such as the saboteur and the gossip hound.
Yes, yes.
So they, yeah, sorry if
Yes,
I'm wrong,
yes.
but that's the information that I acquired from my self study. The saboteur and the gossip hound. So yeah, they are exist in my working environment at my school.
I see.
So what do I do is this gossip hound. He's a male, or he's a male, he's a male, he's a male staff. So you're gonna be surprised to hear that the gossip hound is a male, it's not a woman, potentially. So yeah, he's always coming to the library and bringing his gossip to us, to the librarians. So what do we do is we just listen to him. We just solely and blindly listen to him. So we just keep it to
Mm-hmm.
ourselves. We just keep it to ourselves,
Yeah.
meaning that we don't tell everyone what we just keep it to ourselves, the librarians. So just to just to save our platform, just to secure our job. So meaning that we are not bad mouthing the other stuff. So
Yeah.
so whenever we heard the gossips or something, so we just keep it to ourselves. That's it.
Alright.
It's really dangerous to just to
Okay. All right.
spread the rumors, gossip in the working environment,
Yeah.
especially when
You're doing a good action, Samsung.
Yeah, yeah.
especially when you are working in the private sector. So this is something really illegal, and you cannot play with something like this. So,
Yeah.
You are doing good there.
Agree.
okay, okay, that's it. So that's how I adapted to the office politics. So I just go with the flow, and then so yeah, I'm just doing my work in the library. So I don't give problems to the others.
Focus on your
So
job.
so just do my job, just secure my job. So if someone
Yeah.
is this gossip hound come to the library, so I just listen to them, blah blah blah, and then when this gossip hound leave, yeah, the story ends. That's it.
Well, I think that's answer the second question. So I would like to
Yeah.
thank our guest speaker for his brilliant answers and advice for us.
Yeah.
Kila, you want to say something?
Okay. Thanks, Shamsu. Thank you for your cooperation. Samsung, thank you for your cooperation and thank you for your time joining us for these interview sessions. Okay, thank you. I hope that you will do great in your job and in your future. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank
same
you.
goes to you.
Have
Okay,
a
good
nice
luck to you.
day. We would like to welcome our guest speaker, which is Miss Nur Aqilah, to our seminar. Let's give her an applause. Yay!
Yeah,
Okay, so
welcome Atika.
yes. So before we start with our seminar, can I invite Miss Atika to introduce herself first?
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Nur Aqilah. I am 23 years old. Currently I'm a final student at Tokyo University of Technology and will start my career on May 2021.
Wow! Congrats! I wish you a very good luck for your career, for your upcoming career. Okay, so I would like
Yeah,
to
good luck.
ask the first question. So, what are your expectation or your thoughts about office politics?
Um, at first I didn't know that office politics exists until Auntie Fatin to tell me a little bit about office politics. My expectation regarding office politics, I think we shouldn't put much attention on that kind of issue because our main priority is to work. And if one day later I'm going to face that kind of problem, I think as a responsible worker, I should be fair to everyone. Such as if there are some office politics issue in my workplace, I shouldn't stay quiet. I should take some action or discuss it with my colleague because yeah, we want to work in a nice and
Harmony environment, you mean?
yeah, that one.
Okay. So, Aqilah, you can ask the second question to our guest speaker.
Okay, Atika, thank you for your response. Okay, so let's proceed to the second question. As you know that you are going to work in this upcoming May once you come back to Malaysia. So I would like to ask, so are you ready to face the office politics in your future workplace?
Okay, to be honest, I don't think I'm ready to shift my status as a student to what we call it,
A
company,
career woman?
yeah, a full-time engineer because yeah, somehow I'm going to enter a new phase in my life, but yeah, when doing part-time, office politics also exists. Maybe there are some of our colleague, our boss fond of them and something like that. So, in my opinion, I think I should prepare mentally and physically because to earn something, we should work hard and be kind to everyone. Don't take any side, but what was it?
Try
Be
to be
kind.
neutral.
Yeah, try to be neutral and don't be someone who create the issue. You should be the one who calm down every time problem arise or something like that occurred in the future. Am I answering your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're answering our question, please. So
Okay.
yeah, it is a good point. It is true that even though that we are not ready yet for the office politics or to as change our status from students and to the full-time workers, but we must get prepared for our mentally and physically for the upcoming phase of life.
I think the most important part is never mix your personal problem with your work problem because it will get worse when we can't differentiate between the two things.
Okay, so
Yeah,
thank
I agree with
you.
that.
Thank
Probably
you to
true.
our most
Okay,
respected
thank you,
guest
Atika.
speaker. Thank
Thank you
you.
too.
We
Bye.
hope you the
Okay,
best
thank
for
you,
your
Atika.
upcoming
Bye bye.
career.
Good luck.
Thank you
Yes,
everyone.
all the best.
Okay.
Okay, bye bye. So let's proceed to the conclusion. Okay, according to the discussion with our guest speakers, office politics, as argued by various researchers, can be either positive or negative. It is as per mentioned by Othman 2008. So office politics, there are good and bad office politics. So it doesn't mean that involving in office politics might be bad for us, but sometimes involving in office politics might be good, especially in a positive office politics. Um, because a positive office politic might helping the company in moving forward and achieving the goals of the company and become and making the company even better. But all in all, it is better to avoid office politics. As we know, most of office politics that occur in Malaysia is mostly are all negative. So let's focus on only our job and avoid from office politics. So that's all from us. Thank you. Thank you for listening.